By now, we're all used to seeing the big presidential candidates pay a lot of attention to issues that matter in early voting states. I am looking at your corn subsidies, Iowa. This year, California is a lot earlier than it used to be. We've also got 10 times the amount of delegates that Iowa does. And with that in mind, the Bernie Sanders campaign is focusing in on one big California issue: anger at PG&E.
Having an ally in the White House and Bernie Sanders would just be a transformative change for this fight.
We have people dying, people are paying with their lives. If we're going to be paying for everything that PG&E does, people of California should have a say.
The Sanders campaign blended video of his visit to Paradise with interviews of activists who want the government to take PG&E over. We've seen Democratic candidates point to California's wildfire crisis as part of the broader debate around climate change, but this is the first time we've seen a presidential candidate proactively campaign against PG&E. It's been a vexing issue, even for California politicians.
PG&E, that company no longer exists. There's going to be a new company, or the state of California takes it over.
While Governor Gavin Newsom has said he's willing to have the state take PG&E's monopoly away, he's long said that's not his preferred plan. He'd rather see the for-profit company reimagine itself and fix its safety record. For those just catching up, PG&E equipment caused disasters that killed at least 117 people over the last decade. It's also serving time for 6 federal felonies and is under investigation for possible criminal charges because of the 85 people who burned to death in the Camp Fire. The Sanders campaign touches on only a few of those points. Its bigger argument is that PG&E is an example of Wall Street greed.
Right after the fire, they declared bankruptcy because they saw they were going to have tens of billions of dollars in liabilities. The only reason they filed was to limit the payouts that they might have to make on claims.
That's a fair argument by Sanders. PG&E did justify its bankruptcy by declaring it had tens of billions in fire damage that it couldn't pay for, then made deals in bankruptcy court to negotiate those damages down. The Sanders video does have one California oops. Talking about PG&E's wildfire, they showed this shot with a highway sign for the Getty Center, the famous museum in LA, which is far from PG&E country. Note to East Coasters working on campaigns, California is hella big.
We are in an emergency. It's a really bad situation with PG&E right now.
State Senator Scott Wiener wrote a bill to take PG&E's power grid away and make it a nonprofit. He's backing Elizabeth Warren in the primary, but said, "I fully agree with Senator Sanders' call for a public takeover of PG&E." PG&E responded to the Sanders campaign by saying, in part, "We are committed to doing right by the communities impacted by wildfires and to doing everything we can to reduce the risk of wildfires in the future." PG&E has made it clear in the past any takeover would be a hostile act. It says that its power grid is simply not for sale.